Hi, my name is Falicia SamKing. I am 19 years old. I am Sierra Leonean and I'm African American. And this will be my first video on YouTube. Today I will be discussing why I made this channel and what is my content. What am I going to be posting? So basically what I'm going to be posting is I'm going to be reacting to videos that has to do with mental health in the African diaspora. I will be talking about my project that I'm going to be working on soon. And also I will be reacting to a video that has something to do with mental health in West Africa. The only reason why I am so strong about promoting and spreading awareness about mental health is because a lot of Black people know what trauma is, but they don't know how to heal from trauma. All we do is basically hold it in and worry about other stuff that we need to worry about, and not actually focusing and taking care of ourselves. The project that I was talking about is that I'm trying to advocate for mental health services more in Sierra Leone. I want to start that project because Sierra Leone has been through so much as a country, such as the Civil War, such as the Ebola outbreak, and just political things, and also the mudslide. That is something that a lot of Sierra Leone people are still trying to get over, the fact they lost a loved one. They are people that have become mentally ill due to the things that happen in the country. So I really do think that mental health services should be provided in Sierra Leone. Not just Sierra Leone, but in a lot of West African countries. Because I've talked to people that are also from like Nigeria, Ghana, and they've told me that people that have family members that are mentally ill, they do believe that they have been had voodoo on them or some type of witchcraft, and I don't believe that. That has to really do more with the influence of a culture. But yes, I'm trying to break the curse. So today, I will be reacting to a video. The title is called The Chains of Mental Illness in West Africa. The New York Times posted this 4 years ago. Even though it posted 4 years ago, it is still relevant to this day. I do my research. There are not a lot of mental health services in African countries, and it's very sad. Sorry if there's like a weird noise in the background. I'm using my aux with my phone in the car so you can hear the audio. Girl, let me put these glasses on because I cannot see. Okay, let's watch the video.
Many of these people have mental illnesses. Their desperate families have left them here because they have nowhere else to turn. Daily prayers are their only treatment. This prayer center is one of the largest in Togo and one of many across West Africa. This evangelical pastor says he's doing God's work here.
Si quelqu'un est malade, comme un trouble mentaux, on n'a qu'à venir chez nous et on va prier pour eux. Par la grâce de Dieu, il va trouver la guérison.
Un homme ou une femme enchaîné, bloqué dans le bois. Je dis toujours, c'est pas leur faute, c'est pas la faute des familles. Ils savent pas quoi faire.
La grande.
Let's stop there, okay? The bald-head guy made some damn sense. It is not the family's fault because they don't have the knowledge of what mental illness is, okay? I totally see the positivity on what the pastor is trying to do for praising these people, but please do not promise them that praying will make you be healed. Mental illness can really be a long, chronic thing. You have to have certain resources to get the proper help that you need to get in mental illness or mental health. That's why I am an advocate of bringing a lot of mental health services in Sierra Leone.
Grégoire Aongbonon has spent his life trying to provide an alternative for people with mental illnesses.
Les malades mentaux sont les oubliés des oubliés. Ils sont considérés comme des gens qui sont possédés, frappés par la sorcellerie. Ils sont réduits comme des ordures, comme des déchets humains au milieu de la société.
Aongbonon is the founder of Saint Camille de Lely, a mental health organization that runs 8 centers in Ivory Coast, Benin, and Burkina Faso. We visited him in Benin, one of the poorest countries in the world. The government spends little on healthcare. Medical treatment for people with mental illness is almost non-existent.
Ce sont les derniers soucis.
How do you guys expect a country to change if the people don't change? The mindset of the people for everyone has to change. It really does, or nothing will get done. If you don't care for everyone else, if you just take away and just think of just being a human being, things will be okay. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things in my dad's culture that I really love and I really am proud of my roots. But some of the shit is twisted. Some of the culture and what people believe in is twisted. And they don't understand that some traditional culturally things can fuck up your psyche. I don't want to say fuck up, but can mess up your psyche. I don't think people, I just don't understand. Like, if you went through a traumatic event, that does not mean everybody else has to be in a traumatic event or go through, bad things because you went through bad things. It's just human nature. It's human nature to care for people, to help people. If it was me going through something like this, I wouldn't want the next person to feel or go through the same thing that I have no control over. It's ignorance. Ignorance is lack of knowledge. Being ignorant is you not having the lack of knowledge for something or someone. Point blank, period.
Aussi de nos autorités. Au Bénin, d'où je suis originaire, il n'y a qu'un seul hôpital psychiatrique. Vous n'avez pas d'argent, on ne vous reçoit pas.
Aung Bono used to run a successful tire repair business, but in the 1980s it went under and he fell into depression.
J'ai tellement perdu que j'ai failli me suicider. J'ai commencé à mener une vie très, très misérable.
He realized that in West Africa, most people with mental illnesses get no treatment. He started St. Camille to provide care to anyone who needed it. Close to 300 new patients come to St. Camille's centers in Benin every month. They get food and shelter, a diagnosis, and for a small fee, regular doses of psychotropic medication. At one center, Aung Bono brought in John off the streets. The staff cleaned him, shaved his head, and gave him fresh clothes.
Il a fait déjà des nuits, des jours, sans jamais se laver. Ce sont des gens qui vont même boire l'eau des rues, l'eau dans les caniveaux.
John received routine medical tests and a psychiatric assessment. Most patients here have severe mental illnesses, like schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Pierre Sans, a volunteer psychiatrist, says the drugs patients take are effective, even without psychotherapy.
Un grand malade, très délirant, très halluciné, la SamKing le tire très vite d'affaire, très vite, parfois en quelques jours. C'est absolument étonnant.
But St. Camille cannot monitor patients over the long term, which means they risk being over-medicated.
On voit des patients qui ont fait un épisode psychotique aigu et qu'on continue à soigner par des médications lourdes. C'est là où est le vrai problème. Est-ce que ce sont vraiment des schizophrènes qui doivent continuer à être soignés avec une thérapeutique lourde?
Tu manges bien, il n'y a pas de problème. Tu bois assez d'eau.
Nurses provide most of the care. St. Camille gives them basic training, but much of the time they're on their own. Aung Bono doesn't deny the challenges.
Mais pour moi, le plus important, ce n'est pas forcément la guérison de tout le monde, mais c'est la dignité de leur personne. Ça, c'est notre lutte.
At St. Camille, patients also learn practical skills they can use to earn money. Raymond Madou was one of St. Camille's patients. Once he began to take medication for bipolar disorder, Aung Bono helped him set up this bakery. He now runs it with other recovered patients.
Le travail libère l'homme. Sans le travail, l'homme n'est rien. Si les autres aussi ils trouvent du travail à faire, ils auront aussi la joie de vivre, comme moi.
Before he came to St. Camille, Madou's family tried everything they could to help him.
Chaque année, je rechute. Et mes parents m'ont fait traiter à l'indigénat, médecine traditionnelle. Ils ont dépensé tous leurs sous.
Okay. This is when I say this is where culture comes in. I don't mess with voodoo. I don't mess with witchcraft. Many people may not believe it, but I do. I don't mess with something that could really mess you up in life. I don't know. It's just something I believe in. Just like people believe in God, just like people believe in spirits, I believe in voodoo as well. Because I believe voodoo is a bad spirit that can mess people up in life, okay? I've heard some stories. I don't know if it's true or not about some things that people be doing. It's crazy. But what I'm trying to say is, some of these people that say they are so-called traditional healers are not traditional healers. They are scammers, okay? You have to educate yourself. Don't trust people when it comes to money, especially if it's not checked within the government. It was just like some local man down the street talk about, oh, I will heal your son. Let me heal your son. I am a traditional healer. Just give me 10,000 naira. Give me 4 pounds. Give me 5,000 leones. Where's your certificate? Where's your license? Where's all of that? I don't believe it. If you want to make sure your son is okay, try to get the proper help and try to understand that person. But please don't believe traditional healers nowadays, because all of them are scammers and want to get your money. I feel bad for him. I really do. And I feel bad for the parents. I'm not saying they don't know any better. What I'm saying is they tried the best they could to make sure their son was getting the proper help and need. And that's why I said mental health services need to be in West Africa, need to be in a lot of, Black communities, because at the end of the day, we do get the end of the stick. And especially most Black people in a lot of countries are poor, so they don't get the access that they need. And because there's not a lot of mental health services, or probably none in most countries in Africa, this is the result.
Like many others, he ended up chained at a prayer center like this one. Across West Africa, these places of worship promise to cure any ailment, including mental illness. They appeal to families with very few options.
Did she just say that these churches for prayer for healing people chain them? So I have to be a slave and sit there and deal with my mental illness by myself with no proper technique or teachings or anything. I feel like if you're praying to God every day and you're not seeing yourself getting better because you're not getting the proper help that you need to get, I would go crazy. Literally. That's any human being. I that's why I say when it comes to culture, sometimes people gotta and just focus on reality here. African people in general just think that mental health or illnesses, when you get the proper help, is a westernized thing. I'm from America, okay? There are some people here from all races that have mental health issues, and I am one of them. I was diagnosed with depression, anxiety, and bipolar disorder. And when I tell you, when I got the mental health and the proper mental health that I had, I was so better. The fact that they taught me to learn healthier ways to cope with my depression and my anxiety and my bipolar disorder, I got through the day happier. I wanted to do something for my life. It was some things that happened in my life traumatically that made me have these disorders, and I'm still fighting it to this day. But I know for a fact, having someone that don't even know what to do, stealing money from me and saying it's going to heal me, it's not a healing process like a spiritual thing. You are your own mind. You have to take control of your mind and actually think, I am not okay. I need help. And can someone help me that knows what the hell they are doing? Sorry for yelling. I'm just very passionate because this is crazy. But I can't get mad because most African countries only have so much of resources that they have. They don't have that much. So they're just going and doing the best that they can culturally. But I think it's not a good idea. It's not.
Aung Bonon believes Saint Camille has helped to
Oh yeah, one thing, sometimes the African way ain't the best way, sorry.
shut down prayer centers in Benin.
Il y avait un centre de prière ici où il y avait plus de 250 malades. Mais aujourd'hui, il n'y a plus de malades dedans parce que quand on a commencé, au vu des résultats, les familles eux-mêmes vont déchaîner, vont prendre leurs malades pour envoyer là.
But prayer centers are still thriving in neighboring Togo. Aung Bonon took us to the largest one he's seen.
What? I'm saying this one more time. You know why they're thriving? You know, I think that has to do with money involved. It's like basically, it's like a scam as well. They know they don't know what they're doing. Why do you have these people chained? It's like, I just will not put my family member in the hands of someone that don't know anything about mental health and just keep praying over people, knowing prayer does not do anything. Prayer and religion is a faith to keep you sane, knowing that you have God in your hands. But when it comes to reality with yourself, that's something that God cannot do. You have to work on yourself. You have to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended somebody's religion. I am a Christian, but sometimes that Christianity stuff do not work, okay? You got to be real with yourself here, okay? Stop. Like, what? I just feel like they look like slaves on the video right now. That they're being chained because they can't control themselves. Or because they can't control what is going on in their mind. Why did they have to be chained up and actually, like, think like, oh my God, something is wrong with me. I know something is wrong with me. They're already ashamed of the fact that their family can't help them and they're putting them in this situation. So why the hell are you not treating them as a human being? They're treated like animals being chained up. That's something that is irking me to the core right now. It don't make no sense.
It's called Jesus is the Solution. It's run by Paul Numonvi.
Ça fait 12 ans que je suis commencé mon ministère à Clovis.
Numonvi's center has become one of the largest in Togo. He told us patients don't pay for treatment, but families sometimes give gifts when they're healed. He also runs prayer gatherings that attract thousands of people who donate to his church. He took us behind.
Okay, he's a nice guy. He didn't let them pay. That's a good thing. He really believes in his faith. But there are people that are scammers that like to scam people when it comes to money.
Behind the prayer hall, where people with mental illnesses are kept.
Well, that's the end of the video. My phone, well, this phone just died. And this camera is getting overheated because of the sun. Basically, I do not agree of the fact that people are being chained up in these facilities. Why are they chained up? Why are they being chained up is the first. The second thing is, did something happen before that made them get chained up in the first place? But yes, comment what you think on this reaction video, share, and please like and subscribe to this channel. Yes, you can also follow my Instagram at SalonPekin1. And you can also, if you want to support me on my project, you can add yourself or send me an invite to my group called Mama Salon Speak. Everything that I'm talking about right now will be linked in the description below.